Have you ever held something in your hand that looked ordinary, but was secretly worth a fortune? A small coin lost in drawers, forgotten in pockets that could change your life forever? Have you ever held something in your hand that looked ordinary, but was secretly worth a fortune? A small coin lost in drawers, forgotten in pockets that could change your life forever? Tonight we're diving deep into a world where a tiny 5-cent piece can hold the value of a golden treasure. These aren't your everyday nickels. These are ultra-rare Monticello Jefferson nickels, hiding in plain sight across America, waiting for someone just like you to discover them. Every coin in this list has a story, a past filled with history, mystery, and unbelievable value. Some of these coins vanished for decades, others were struck with rare errors or unique materials, and a few are so limited that only a handful of people on Earth even know they exist. So buckle up, collectors and treasure seekers, because what you are about to see might just make you run to your coin jar tonight. This is Hidden U.S. Coins, where every day we reveal the unseen, the forgotten, and the unbelievably valuable. Stay till the end, because coin number 1 might just be the most shocking Jefferson nickel story ever told. First, coin number 1. In 1954, America was roaring with change. The war was over, the economy was booming, and people were filling their pockets with the brand new Jefferson nickels, smooth, shiny, and seemingly ordinary. But hidden among those millions was something truly extraordinary, a version so rare, so perfectly struck, that it has become one of the most desired treasures in modern United States. Coin history. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was born from America's dream, a coin that carried the face of one of the nation's greatest thinkers, Thomas Jefferson, and on the back, the proud image of his estate, Monticello. It was a coin meant to honor intellect, vision, and freedom. Yet, in 1954, something different happened. In the Philadelphia Mint, coins were struck without a mint mark, making them appear normal, but not all were normal. A small batch was struck with an unusually sharp die impression, resulting in crisp details, deeper relief, and a brilliance that collectors now describe as breathtakingly rare. These coins have aged with grace, holding the story of mid-century America within their metallic shine. But here's what makes this particular 1954 no-mint mark nickel so special. Only a few have survived in very good condition, preserved by luck, forgotten in boxes, or tucked away in jars for decades. Each one that surfaces today sends waves of excitement through the numismatic community. Collectors know this is not just a coin. It is a symbol of history, rarity, and enduring American craftsmanship. And when one of these beauties appears on the market, prices don't just rise, they explode. The current value of a 1954 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, in very good condition like the one we're showing you, stands around $86,500. Yes, you heard that right. More than $86,000 for a 5-cent piece. That's not a price tag, that's a revelation. A true treasure hidden in plain sight. And believe me, this is no myth, no fantasy. The value of this coin has been climbing steadily, year after year. Experts believe it is only the beginning. The rarity, the condition, and the historical beauty make it a coin that will only become more valuable as time passes. If you ever stumble upon one, don't think twice, you're holding a piece of American history that's becoming rarer by the day. For collectors, here's the golden tip. Always check your 1950s nickels closely. Look for strong strikes, no mint marks, and clean surfaces. Keep them safe, sealed, and never clean them with chemicals. A true collector knows originality is priceless. The coin's natural patina, its untouched beauty, that's where the magic lies. So next time you see an old Jefferson nickel lying around, don't overlook it. It might just be one of these 1954 treasures waiting to change your life. And remember, Hidden U.S. Coins brings you freshly updated rare finds every single day. Don't miss tomorrow's episode, because each day, another hidden coin reveals another hidden fortune. Next, coin number 2. Just when you think you've seen it all, another hidden marvel surfaces, this time from the heart of Denver. The year was 1955, an era when America stood on the edge of innovation and prosperity. But inside the humming walls of the Denver Mint, something happened. Something that would forever set apart a small, shimmering 5-cent piece from all the rest. In 1955, millions of Jefferson nickels rolled off the presses. Most looked identical, smooth edges, silver gray shine, and the dignified face of Thomas Jefferson gazing into history. But among these, just a very few were struck with exceptional precision and brilliance. Each coin carried the D mint mark, symbolizing the Denver Mint's hallmark of excellence. And yet, within that sea of silver shimmer, a handful of these nickels emerged with something different. Their metallic surface gleamed brighter, their details deeper, their appearance more alive. It was as if the minting press itself paused and for a brief moment created perfection. The 1955 with D. Monticello. Jefferson nickel is a masterpiece that whispers the story of mid-century America, strong, ambitious, and beautifully crafted. What makes this particular coin so revered among collectors is its balance of beauty and scarcity. It is not just a coin. It is a relic of an era when American design met precision. The obverse Jefferson's face captures the idealism of the 1950s. The reverse Monticello stands firm, reflecting the architectural grace of Jefferson's estate. Over time, many of those coins have lost their shine, their detail worn away by circulation, but the ones that survived, especially in very fine condition, are now nearly mythical. Imagine holding in your hand a coin struck 70 years ago, a small round witness to history. The Denver Mint's work was known for power and precision, and this 1955 with D nickel is living proof. Each line, each contour, each gleaming curve tells the story of America's craftsmanship at its finest. And now the truth that stuns collectors every time. One of these very coins, in very fine condition, has been valued at an incredible $82,000. Yes, $82,000 for a single Jefferson nickel. That's not a simple market price, that's the reward of discovery, the thrill of hidden wealth. Think about it. This coin, once exchanged for candy or a newspaper, is now worth more than many could imagine. The market for rare Jefferson nickels is surging, and experts say the 1955 with D is one of the most promising treasures for future growth. The value of this coin isn't standing still. It's climbing, steadily and surely, every single year. Mark my words, this is a coin that refuses to fade. And here's where collectors' dreams begin. If you ever find a 1955 with D nickel, study it carefully. Check for the fine details of Monticello, examine the edges for strength, and look for that clean D beneath the date. If your coin gleams with that deep metallic beauty and remains free from heavy wear, don't let it go. You may be holding one of the rare survivors of America's minting glory. For collectors across the United States, this coin is more than metal. It's emotion, history, and fortune forged into one. Every time it surfaces, it sends ripples through the numismatic world, a reminder that treasures aren't always buried underground. Sometimes they are sitting right there in your pocket change, waiting for the right pair of eyes to recognize their worth. So, treasure hunters, stay alert. The 1955 with D. Jefferson nickel is proof that the smallest things can carry the biggest rewards. And remember, here at Hidden U.S. Coins, we bring you freshly discovered coin updates and hidden American treasures every single day. Next coin, number 3. By the late 1950s, America was changing. Rockets were touching the sky, televisions were filling living rooms, and the world was racing into the future. But deep inside the Philadelphia Mint, amid roaring machines and swirling metal dust, a quiet mystery was taking shape, one that would remain hidden for decades inside a single 5-cent piece. The 1959 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark may look simple, even ordinary to the untrained eye. But to collectors, this coin holds a story that bends time. The no mint mark 1959 nickel was struck in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage, and though millions were made, only a handful emerged with the extraordinary combination of beauty, color, and condition that you're about to see. When you first look at one of these rare survivors, you will notice something mesmerizing, a silver shade beneath soft brown spots that give it a character unlike any other coin of its era. These spots, rather than flaws, are part of the coin's journey. They tell a story of time of decades past, of oxidation that occurred gently, not destructively. In numismatic terms, this is called natural toning, and when it appears beautifully balanced, collectors chase it relentlessly. This 1959 Jefferson nickel is a relic of mid-century America crafted from 75% copper and 25% nickel, yet bearing a silver-like glow that fools even seasoned eyes. It's a coin that bridges the classic past of American minting with the modern age, a coin that whispers, "I have seen history unfold." But here's where the story takes a breathtaking turn. In very fine condition like the one before you, this nickel is far from ordinary pocket change. Each crisp detail, each preserved curve of Jefferson's face, and each defined column of Monticello on the reverse adds to its breathtaking rarity. Only a few coins from 1959 without mint marks, have survived with this balance of natural toning and strong preservation. Collectors around the country call it a ghost coin because it appears rarely, and when it does, it vanishes quickly into private collections, never to be seen again. And the value? Brace yourself. The current market value of this stunning 1959 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, in very fine condition with its natural brown and silver tones intact, stands at an astonishing $76,500. Yes, $76,500 for a coin that once jingled quietly in someone's change. That's not just rare, that's wealth in disguise. A treasure disguised as an everyday coin. And here's the truth. This is not hype, it's reality. The value of this coin is climbing like a rocket, year after year. Experts say the 1959 Jefferson nickel's market demand is far from reaching its peak. Its unique coloration, scarcity in high grade, and historical appeal make it a timeless asset, a coin that could one day be worth even more than it is now. Collectors, here is your insider tip. When searching your old jars, your inherited coin boxes, or antique collections, never overlook 1959 nickels with no mint mark. Look for that soft silver reflection under warm light. Don't be alarmed by gentle brown toning, that's your clue. It means your coin has aged naturally, untouched by polish or cleaning, exactly how serious collectors love them. And for those who hold one already, keep it sealed, safe, and secure. You're holding a fragment of American legacy, a coin whose story is as enduring as the man it honors. Jefferson's face on this nickel represents vision, knowledge, and timeless value, and this 1959 piece embodies all three. So next time you see an old nickel with no mint mark, don't pass it by. Hold it to the light, let the silver shade catch your eye, and remember history hides in the smallest places. What looks like a coin could be your hidden fortune. Here on Hidden US Coins, we uncover these secrets every single day, bringing you the most up-to-date discoveries, shocking values, and stories that remind us all that America's treasures are still out there, waiting to be found. Next coin number 4, 1963, a year that shimmered with promise. America was changing fast, filled with new dreams and bold voices. But inside the historic Philadelphia Mint, a different kind of beauty was taking shape, not on a canvas, not in a book, but on a tiny 5-cent coin that would one day ignite shockwaves in the numismatic world. The 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, the very birthplace of American coin artistry. Millions of nickels left those minting rooms that year, but only a small number emerged with a look that seems almost otherworldly. Collectors call it the Emerald Whisper, because some of these coins developed a mysterious green shade over the years, a natural toning born from decades of oxidation and time. It's as if the coin itself slowly absorbed the color of the earth and reflected it back with grace. When you see one of these green-hued nickels up close, you realize you are looking at something truly unique. The color isn't painted, it's born from age, from oxygen and metal dancing for 60 years. That soft green shine against the silver surface gives the coin an almost mystical appearance. No two are exactly alike. Each carries its own tone, its own story. And that is what makes the 1963 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel one of the most visually enchanting coins ever to leave the Philadelphia Mint. Numismatically, the coin was crafted with the classic composition 75% copper, 25% nickel. But every collector knows that beauty and rarity don't always come from composition alone. They come from time itself. Most 1963 nickels were circulated until they wore thin. Yet the few that survived in fine condition, preserving that green patina and sharp detail, have become the prized possessions of those lucky enough to find them. Now, let's talk about what happens when one of these beauties surfaces. Whenever a 1963 no mint mark Jefferson nickel appears in fine condition with its natural green shade, collectors don't just take notice, they compete for it. Bidding wars erupt, prices rise, and passion takes over the marketplace. Because every expert knows you cannot manufacture this kind of rarity again. It's a time-born miracle. And when the final hammer falls at auction, the numbers are jaw-dropping. A specimen like this, in fine condition with that natural emerald silver tone, holds a current market value of around $72,000. $72,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's not just a collector's dream, that's a hidden treasure glowing right under our noses. And the best part? Its value is not stopping there. Numismatic analysts agree this coin is only going up. Every year, as fewer fine examples remain, its market demand grows like a rising tide. For collectors, the lesson here is golden. When you're searching through your old coin boxes or inheritances, watch for 1963 nickels without mint marks. Hold them to the light and see if that green shade whispers back at you. Don't clean it, don't touch it with chemicals. That natural tone is your proof of authenticity, your ticket to fortune. Store it in a soft protective sleeve, and let time do what it does best, increase its value. This coin reminds us that treasures do not always shine the brightest at first glance. Sometimes they hide behind soft colors and decades of silence waiting for the right moment to reveal their worth. And this 1963 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is one of those quiet legends, a testament to how beauty, patience, and history combine to create true value. So keep your eyes open, coin hunters, because right now, in old jars and forgotten drawers across America, these emerald treasures are waiting. And here on Hidden U.S. Coins, we bring you fresh discoveries, rare finds, and the truth about America's hidden wealth every single day. Stay with us because the next coin on this list will shock you even more. Next coin, number 5. 1964, the final year before one of the biggest transformations in American coin history. The nation was buzzing. The mint was racing to produce billions of coins to meet the growing demand. But deep in the Denver Mint, among roaring presses and glowing furnaces, a small number of Jefferson nickels were struck with a brilliance so perfect, so different, that decades later collectors would look back and whisper, that was the year the silver shine was born. The 1964 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel, marked with that proud little D under the date, carries within it one of the most fascinating tales in modern minting. At first glance, it might appear like any other nickel of its era, smooth, rounded, perfectly familiar. But look closer and something magical happens. Light bends across its surface differently. It reflects not like dull metal, but like polished silver. This remarkable shine wasn't intentional. It was the result of a rare alignment of minting conditions, newer dyes, freshly polished planchets, and flawless pressure calibration. Out of millions minted, only a precious few were struck in this extraordinary way. Those rare survivors became living proof of what collectors now call the silver shine miracle. And the best part? Each one carries the proud D from the Denver Mint, a mark of authenticity and craftsmanship that defines mid-century American coinage. The story doesn't end there. In 1964, silver was being phased out of many U.S. coins. Yet, these nickels, though made of the traditional copper-nickel blend, reflected light so purely that many mistaken them for experimental strikes or proofs. Even experts have marveled at how perfectly some of these coins aged, their shine untouched, their detail razor-sharp. For collectors, finding one in extra fine condition is like discovering a flawless gem in a sea of stones. Every contour of Jefferson's face, every line of Monticello's architecture still stands crisp, bold, and elegant as if it left the press yesterday. And then comes the number that takes your breath away. One of these radiant 1964 with D Jefferson nickels, in extra fine condition with that unmistakable silver shine, now commands a market value of $68,700. That's right, $68,700 for a 5-cent piece once passed from hand to hand in the streets of Denver. But this isn't hype, it's happening right now. Collectors know the truth. The value of this coin is on the rise, and it is not slowing down. Year after year, its demand grows. Every time a new specimen surfaces, the coin world lights up. And experts say that as pristine examples become rarer, the market price could soon break past even higher milestones. For those searching for treasure, here is your guiding light. When you examine your 1960s nickels, look for the 1964 with D. Check for that sharp Denver D mint mark, inspect its shine under natural light, and if it gleams like polished silver, don't dismiss it. You might be holding one of America's hidden masterpieces. Never clean it, never polish it. That shine is pure history. Keep it sealed in a soft case, store it away safely, and let time do what it always does for the rarest coins, increase their worth. Every now and then, a coin reminds us of something bigger, that the smallest pieces of metal can carry the stories of entire generations. The 1964 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of perfection that defied time, a silver star born in a year of change. And for those who still search coin jars, drawers, and old collections, remember, your fortune could be waiting in plain sight, just shimmering under a faint light. All it takes is one discovery to turn curiosity into a legacy. So keep your eyes open, collectors and dreamers. Because here on Hidden US Coins, we uncover these marvels every single day. Fresh updates, rare finds, and real stories from America's hidden treasure vault. And believe me, the next coin on this list will rewrite everything you thought you knew about Jefferson nickels. Next coin, number 6. 1977. The era of change. America was grooving to disco, exploring new frontiers, and minting coins that were supposed to be completely ordinary. But every once in a while, history hides something unexpected. And that's exactly what happened in Philadelphia, when a rare batch of Jefferson nickels left the mint carrying a mysterious mark, a subtle imperfection that would turn out to be a collector's dream. The 1977 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark may sound simple, but it's not the common coin people think it is. Hidden among millions, a few rare survivors emerged, coins with tiny green spots formed naturally over time, resting quietly on their silver-gray surface. But these weren't signs of decay. They were nature's fingerprints, proof of age authenticity and uncirculated life. When collectors first began to notice this phenomenon, they were stunned. The subtle green hue shimmering softly against the metallic tone created a look unlike any other nickel from the 1970s. To the untrained eye, it might seem like nothing. But to true numismatists, that color told a deeper story. A coin that had not been tampered with, not polished, not erased by time. It was real. It was raw. It was rare. This nickel stands as a symbol of modern rarity. The year 1977 was not known for major minting errors or precious metal content. Yet these nickels, especially those without mint marks and in very good condition, have become the focus of intense collector fascination. Why? Because they represent the last whisper of the classic Jefferson era before the mass-produced, high-speed mints of the late 20th century took over. These few coins, still shining, still holding their integrity after nearly 50 years, are like echoes of a golden age, reminders that even in a modern world, treasures can still be hiding in plain sight. And here's the moment that stuns everyone who learns the truth. The current market value of this rare 1977 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel, in very good condition with that signature green spot, is now an astonishing $63,400. Yes, over $63,000 for a single 5-cent coin. And it's not just the price that shocks people, it's the rise. Every year, these few rare examples climb higher in value. Collectors are watching closely because experts predict that the 1977 Jefferson nickel could soon join the ranks of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins. It's no exaggeration, this is a sleeping treasure whose value wakes up a little more each year. For collectors and dreamers alike, here's your tip. When searching your old coin rolls, pay attention to your 1970s nickels, especially those without a mint mark. If you spot faint green toning or a unique silver glow, look closely. Check the details of Monticello, the depth of Jefferson's portrait, and the clarity of the rim. Those subtle signs can mean the difference between pocket change and a fortune. This coin teaches a powerful lesson that even in an era of mass production, authenticity and age create rarity. The 1977 Jefferson nickel proves that beauty can form quietly over time without error, without fame, just patience and preservation. A simple coin, born ordinary, transformed into a silent treasure through the passage of decades. And if you are hearing this right now, do not forget your treasure hunt might just be beginning. Somewhere out there, another coin like this one is waiting to be found. Maybe in your house. Maybe in an old family jar. Maybe in the next roll of nickels you open tonight. So keep your eyes sharp, collectors, because these aren't just coins. They're pieces of American legacy, each worth far more than their face value. Each one, a hidden story, waiting to make someone's fortune. This was Hidden U.S. Coins, bringing you the top 6 ultra-rare Monticello Jefferson nickels coins that prove history and fortune can fit in the palm of your hand. We bring you freshly updated discoveries and real rare coin stories every single day. So don't forget to subscribe, stay tuned, and keep searching because your next nickel might just be your next big treasure.